Hi guys, welcome back. This is Old Daddy J's Best Boys versus Spooky Action at a Distance here on the Streamfleet Showdown Invitational 2. I'm Ithica Hawk, joined in the commentary booth by StarFleetCommander. Starfleet, how are you today?
I'm very good, thank you. And this is going to be an interesting match. We've got a very experienced team on the left, and an interesting. We have got some experience on the right hand side, but as you mentioned earlier, like Spooky Action did win the last match.
Yeah, that's true. They actually won the last tournament, the last Streamfleet Invitational tournament. They took home the grand prize of a pretty crappy trophy, but good for them. But let's not count out Old Daddy J's Best Boys, of course. That's, as you mentioned, the GMVA guys. They roam around low sec. Julianus is their leader. They got a couple of people with tournament veterans there. Nillis and St. Michael's Soul both played in tournaments before. But as we say that, we're going to have a look at the picks and bans here for Spooky Action and Old Daddy J's. Starfleet, why don't you tell us what Spooky Action have banned?
Looks to me that they're going for the Brutix Navy issue, Deimos, Exec Navy issue, Heretic, Pontifex Tower. Lots of projection with the Brutix Navy issue. The Deimos is very nasty as well. Can get on top, can tackle if he wants to. Lots of DPS. Heretic, again, long range, tower, long range. So it seems to me that Spooky Action are kind of maybe potentially scared at projection themselves, but have actually brought it themselves as well.
Yeah, I mean that Harvey obviously that could be fit with beams, for example, and set at long range, or of course it could be a sneaky brawl thing, especially with that Deimos sitting in there. I mean, I think you're right that they've picked something that could be both kiting and close range, but it looks like they're afraid of being. I mean, you say kiting, but I mean a Brutix Navy, Deimos, etc. Those are all fantastic brawling ships as well. And if you're bringing a kiting comp, then the one thing you don't want to be doing is being brawled to death by something like a Brutix Navy, which you'll just simply never kill. But I mean, let's look at Daddy J's. They're bringing the Cormorant, Stork, Raptor, Omen Navy issue, Cerb, and Drake Navy issue. So, I mean, that's similar. It looks like they kind of have an idea for kiting as well.
Mm.
But what have they banned?
Again, like they've got the Cerberus, the Drake, the Caracal Navy issue, Flycatcher, Hyena, Merlin. They are definitely getting rid of anything that can try and kite them, but they've also brought that themselves, which is going to be a very interesting match. And as you said earlier on, yeah, you're right. The bans from Spooky Action are like quite brawling as well. But the Brutus Navy issue is really well known as being heavy projection and can project like more than 60 kilometers if it really wants to. But I really think Best Boys have a big advantage here. I think that every ship on their side is just going to be fit towards kiting. That's what I do. Probably with the Raptor as a last resort tackle, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, that Griffin on Spooky Action is going to be pressured a lot by the Cormorant and the Cerberus, especially if that Cerberus rapid lights. But we're going to find out very soon as we head to the arena, and the match is going to be underway in just about 5 seconds.
So we've got a warp in of the Navy Drake, the Cerb, the Omen, the Stork, and the Cormorant, and the Raptor all together, instantly burning away.
Yeah, as you say, they are looking to kite. That is quite obvious now at this point that they're going to run away and just try and not die. Meanwhile, Spooky Action at distance, they're burning after them. That Deimos came in pretty close, only 10 kilometers from the beacon. The Griffin, of course, GTFOing as fast as he possibly can, as he is painted as the... Oh, the Cormorant in Old Daddy J's is down already. That Cormorant is just absolutely deleted there.
This is the dangers of the Navy Harbinger must be beam fit if it's hitting that far away. And the Deimos, they probably just primaried him straight away with the Navy issue. And the Cormorant, not very well known for its tank, probably hasn't got any tank in the mid slots, to be honest. Probably rails and a bunch of centrifuges. That's what I think to get the range going.
Yeah, I mean, if both these teams have decided to kite each other, then it's going to be who could apply damage the best. Now, that Deimos on Spooky Action has been tackled, so if that's a real Deimos, that's not good for him. I say that they're now untackled. There was some damage in the Navy Omen, but it looks like he might have escaped because he's not tackled, he's not locked down, and he's now actually getting back his armor from his repair. Meanwhile, the Deimos is now taking damage. Old Daddy J's, though, they're sitting pretty at the moment. There's a little bit of damage in that Cerberus, but apart from losing that Cormorant earlier on, they seem to have stabilised, and they're putting the pressure on Spooky Action now.
I think Best Boys, Old Daddies, they need to get something down, and hopefully they can get this Deimos down, because the longer this goes on for, I think Spooky Action are going to get the upper hand here. They're going for the Stork already, he's in half shields. If he goes down, that's another tackle ship off, and look at that, the Deimos is back to full health. I think Best Boys are in a bit of a spot here, Ithica.
Yeah, I think what happened maybe is the Deimos or the Navy Omen, which was tackled earlier on, probably by the Stork or the Raptor of Old Daddy J's, suffered because that Griffin probably landed a jam. Now, Old Daddy J's tried to remove that Griffin earlier on, but he was able to kite away successfully and escape, and now he's just going to be out of range, but he's going to be... I mean, if a jam lands, and takes out, say, the Navy Omen, which looks like it could be jammed right now, then suddenly that's a huge portion, maybe like a third of your DPS has just been removed from the field. And as we say that, the Stork is now down from Old Daddy J's Best Boys, and in this 6-on-6 format, every ship you lose is, it's a major blow.
And the Navy Omen's on its way down as well. Best Boys, they've got to get something, maybe the Griffin or the Ares, just anything down. But they're still okay for DPS. They haven't lost their main DPS ships, so they can still output DPS. But as you can see, the Serb and the Omen Navy issue scrammed, the Raptor scrammed. They're being pinged down definitely here, and I'm trying to think of a way they can try and get some kills, but they need to just focus on something. But it doesn't seem that they're applying any DPS.
Yeah, they've lost all ability to control any form of range. Spooky action at a distance are just running all over them now, doing as their name implies. They're sitting at range and they are applying overheated spooky action in this particular case. That's another ship down in Old Daddy J's Best Boys. It's just the 3 heavy ships now. So with no ability to control the battlefield, they're really just sitting ducks. I mean, that Navy Omen could be jammed. He's tracking disrupted. The Cerberus is webbed and scrammed. They're just eating absolute doggy dirt right now.
Look at the Magus. He's in half armor. If they did this earlier on, got some tackle, got a scram, got a web, they probably would have killed him. But the Navy Aviation going down, they're lacking DPS, and I think this is a clear win for Spooky Action. I don't think they can put it back.
Yeah, I think that's Cerberus rapid light fit as well, so he could be on reload. That's why the Magus is no longer dying now, and the Navy Omen is down as well. So it's just the Navy Drake and a Cerberus left to solo this entire Spooky Action team. I mean, it'd be nice to see the Magus go down at least, to see them get some form of kill, but the rate that their ships are dying now, especially with the Griffin just going to be able to sit and apply all of his jams on that Navy Drake now of Julianus, I think they are pretty much done in this match.
Very good play by Spooky Action. Pushing the Magus and the Ares and the Deimos in, straight in. Harbinger Navy issue and the Omen Navy staying back, but also moving in as well. Get rid of the Cormorant straight away, saw that as an easy opportunity for an easy kill. It's not going to have any tank whatsoever, and just work their way through some heavy tackle, and basically nothing can stop them from getting anything tackled and then killing things. And I think Best Boys, I think their best option was probably just trying to delete the Ares and the Griffin. What do you think they could have done differently, Ithica?
I mean, I think at the start they focused on that Griffin and tried to get it off the field, but he burned away really quickly, so they swapped off. Now, either they could have watched for where he was and tried to get him when he came back in again, or they could have sent that Raptor off to try and catch him. But I mean, a Griffin is fast and very hard to pin down, and as it's flying around the field, it's causing all sorts of havoc. And maybe they just stayed too long on that and didn't change it early enough. I think you said if they'd gone for that Magus earlier, they might have been able to kill it, because they were breaking it with only half their ships.
Definitely, I think they could have killed him. And with Griffins and ECM, I can know from my experience that they can be an absolute pain. They can just come in at the end of the game and absolutely just make your life miserable. But yeah, I think maybe going for the Magus earlier on with a web and some more application. We did see some TPs from Best Boys. Not sure which ship that came from. Could have won. But as that wraps up, Navy Drake goes down. If any last words?
Whoosh, you're jammed.